Today, we have some major WWE 2K26 news, including the first DLC character being announced, new gameplay footage, and all the MyFaction news. But before we get into the exact details, including new screenshots of The Rock, make sure to leave a like on the video, and if you enjoy wrestling content like this, subscribe to the channel. Getting into the first DLC character, it's revealed that Mr. Iguana will be part of the ringside pass. This screenshot here actually comes from WWE itself, from Xavier Woods showing off the new menu, and they showed the ringside pass at the bottom right of the menu, as you can see here on the other side of the screen on the right here. This is a little more high resolution quality of it, but you can see it's Mr. Iguana on both sides. So we know that he's going to be in there. He could be like the first tier, he could be the last tier, but all we know is that he will be inside the new game. Now, this could be leading to more AAA content in the DLC, or it could just be a one and done. We'll have to see when more Season 1 gets announced. And here we have a new screenshot of The Rock. This is him from his younger days. The Rock is my favorite wrestler of all time, so I think he looks phenomenal, and I'm just so excited to play as him. But what do you think about his character model? Next is a very blurry image, but this is the character selection screen. This was revealed from Ethan Page's video where he went to the WWE headquarters. This is just a screenshot from one of the frames in there, but you can see it's kind of the exact same as been last year and the year before, so nothing really new in terms of character selection. Next, it says we have a new backstage arena in MyRise, modeled after real life according to the developers. It says you can even see the gorilla position in the background where Triple H has been sitting around on his chair saying what we do. It's just, a classic phrase. So backstage, we love new backstage arena, so you actually have a little bit closer up here of the gorilla position with the monitors, and this is where you make your entrance way. So it's nice. I'm always down for more content, so it's always cool to have a little more realism. So having an actual gorilla position, hopefully we can actually explore it, not just in a cutscene background. Finally, breaking down the ringside report of MyFaction. Start off with team chemistry. It says one of the newest features of MyFaction this year is the team chemistry system, and this adds an extra layer of strategy when putting together a lineup before each match. This kind of like in Madden, where if you have certain many of a certain team, if you have 15 Los Angeles Rams, you have an extra chemistry boost, or if in NBA, if you have 5 Chicago Bulls, you get a boost. So they're kind of trying to go off of that phrase, or that kind of meaning. It says the number of positive and negative faction reactions in any given lineup determines a MyFaction team chemistry score. A team manager can also help reduce negative chemistry from a specific parameter. There are 60 traits across 10 different categories, with half of them providing positive effects. The other half will have a negative effect on your team chemistry, so be sure to pay close attention with different lineups. So here you have, like kinetic, you have reliable, faithless, relentless, amp. So you have obviously 2 positives, 2 negatives, and right now in their team they have Trick Williams, Stephanie Vicaire, Scott Steiner, Nia Jackson, Teddy Long is the manager. So you can see that they have some positives, and then a couple of them have the negatives. So kind of just about building your 4-man roster, about who's going to have which chemistry, and you can give them some boost here and there. So I like this. It helps build a better MyFaction, and makes you be just like, oh, I can't just have my favorite wrestlers. I need to have people that are going to help my chemistry. So I think it's another different strategic element that I'm really excited for. The next section is intergender support. It's another big change to this year's MyFaction. It's the added support for intergender lineups and matches. As you can see here, we have Nia Jackson, I mentioned the roster earlier, so Drew Williams, and these cards are awesome. The Momentum, Aftershock, MyRise Reward, Showcase Reward. So obviously this is from playing the Showcase, this is from playing MyRise, and these just might be cards you get in the game. But it says a MyFaction lineup remains of 4 members to a team, but this time instead of having an all-male and a separate all-female lineup, they can be combined into one. On some occasions, depending on the live event or objective, lineups may require all-male or all-female superstars, but for the most part, intergender will be the norm. I think this is really cool. I think they're going towards an intergender, gameplay with Play Now and all this stuff. In Universe Mode, you have intergender titles, so it only makes sense they're going to have that in MyFaction, so I'm really excited for it. This next part is really cool. This is the new gameplay footage we're going to get in just a second. It says Quick Swap. One of the most exciting additions to MyFaction is the debut of a new match type we're calling Quick Swap. So here you have match 1, you have Team WD versus the live event on the right side, and it says Quick Swap matches will provide a unique experience that involves the ability to swap from one superstar to another mid-match. And here it says China gonna hit a pedigree, and it says taking a page from fighting games, players can hit the right trigger and left bumper to swap to another superstar. You'll even see a really cool teleport effect when making a swap. So she swapped right there to, looks like, Jade Cargill, and just continues the match from right there. You stack your finishers, your signature moves. I think that's really cool. And it says in these matches, the objective is to defeat every opponent by knockout, where every member of your lineup has their own health bar, but shares signatures and finisher slots, adding additional strategy to the mix. We think players will enjoy the new experience, and I think it's really cool. Pretty much you have to get them to, you see Otis here, his health says danger, so I'm going to say that once you get danger, either like a big move or a finisher move will knock them out. So you're kind of having someone, hey, listen, my health is getting really low, I'll just quick swap to the next superstar, that way he doesn't get knocked out. I still have 4 superstars. So it adds a new strategy to the game, and it's a really cool mechanic of you're fighting until you get knocked out, but I can kind of save my character for later, and hopefully he kind of heals up a bit. So I like this a lot. This is a really cool addition. It's something fun, unique. The teleport looks cool, and I'm glad they took this leap here. Now we have Faction Wars / World Tour. Faction Wars is back and we've updated the progression system. At the beginning, players will have their card randomly drawn from the new crowd's deck. As players progress through multiple runs in Faction Wars, more decks will open up, which will improve the cards available from the pool. Rehearsal decks, plated deck, ambulance deck, and bejeweled deck are just some of the examples of decks, with a few of them requiring more than just consecutive wins. The glass deck, for instance, requires 40 Faction War runs and winning a run with a final lineup composed of only one archetype. Each deck also has a bespoke effect, such as Crow's deck allowing you to continue if you lose a non-based match once per run. Something fans will notice right away in Faction War matches as well as Quick Swap is that the updated presentation not only points towards the entrance ramp, but also includes the MyFaction cards in the current lineup, which is viewable on the Tron. So it used to be that instead of being here, if you rotate to the left, you just see the crowd as the main background, but now in Faction Wars, it's going to be, or in MyFaction, it's going to be just the entrance ramp as the default view, which is really cool, and you can always see the cards in the background on the Tron, so you know what the team's like. I like it. It makes this unique. It makes it feel like if I'm playing this one, I'm not going to get confused with Universe Mode or Showcase Mode. I will always know I'm playing MyFaction, and I like that. And there it says it's part of the evolution of the mode to differentiate MyFaction matches from others in the game. So here you have the steel cage match with again the entrance ramp view, and you have Norm Dar and you have Sami Zayn. I'm liking all the changes they're making here, as well as here's a couple of screenshots from the actual menu. You have 3 tours available in London. You can change your region from like Europe to Asia to United States. Here again, this is in Japan. This is Osaka with 3 tour or 1 tour available, but only with 0 out of 3 complete. And it says World Tour is also making a return, offering up different types of rewards such as personas, MyFaction points, ARC cards, MyFaction packs, and players will find North America, the UK, Japan, Africa, and Mexico available locations. I think that's pretty cool. Getting into the actual cards, so that's the best part of the game. That's what you're collecting, so you're grinding on, you're upgrading. It says finally players will see some updates to the designs of this year's MyFaction cards, inclusive of the gem rarities. At launch we'll have cards from below sets available: Superstar Series 1, Momentum, Legend Series 1, and Aftershock, as we saw Momentum and Aftershocks with the Nia Jax and the Trick Williams were a little earlier in the video. It says in addition to MyFaction cards that they earned the ringside pass, while their own distinct looks as seen with Dirty Dom card below. This one says Dirty Dom's at ringside pass, which you're getting through the ringside pass. You don't have to be a free tier or a paid tier, but they are going to have some MyFaction cards available in that season pass, again, which Mr. Iguana will be a part of for season 1. It says, as has been the case recently, there will be opportunities to earn MyFaction content across other modes like MyRise, Showcase, and DLC, so much more. You can look out for additional rewards. I think all the changes to MyFaction this year are really cool and actually really enticing to play the game. I've been a fan of Ultimate Team modes from like Madden and college football and NBA, and so I'm willing to try out MyFaction. The past couple of years, I really haven't gotten into it, but with these kind of changes, I think I'm gonna give another try. But let me in the comment section below which one are you most excited for, which feature or which screenshot I talk about that you like the best. And before you leave a like on the video and